All right, this morning we're getting out a little bit early. It's a cloudy day. It's a little bit cooler than it has been. It's mid-July here in North Carolina, and yeah, I'm just starting to shoot with my Alpha X. I got it a little bit late this year because I honestly wasn't gonna get an upgraded bow. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna shoot a Vegas round and just see with the Alpha X, which is my newest bow, compared to the Z1S, which is the bow I used all of last year. It's the speed bow. I think it's still the speed bow this year, but it's last year's bow for me at least. We're gonna do 15 shots with each bow, so we'll basically do a half Vegas round versus a half Vegas round. We're gonna start with the old school. We're gonna start with the Z1S. This right now is set up with a 500 grain arrow for my moose hunt coming up in September. So I'll be curious to see how that does against the Alpha X, which is set up for 3D and tack and has like a, I want to say it's like 380 grain arrow. So at 20 yards, one would argue that that shouldn't matter. The only difference there would be, I guess, forgiveness. The old school, we're gonna do the Z1S first. Three shots each end for a total of 15 shots total. So that'll be 5 ends with the Z1S. Ooh, I can tell it's been a little while since I've aimed at a Vegas face. That yellow gives some anxiety. Tell my shots a little weak from having shot at 3D so much, not doing a good job of looking at what I'm trying to hit. That was a better shot, also not bad. All right, going to get the first end. After that, I can tell it's been a while since I've shot a Vegas face. I got had a hard time aiming at the yellow on the first shot, but after that we made 3 good shots. This one actually went through, so we might adjust the paper. Must be a dead spot right there. Good bullet hole through paper at 20 yards. That's what we like to see. But first shot was a little shaky. Second and third shots were much better. I think that's what is it, 10, 9, 8, 7, 10, 9. All right, end one. First shot was a little rough, but we got it together after that. Let's see if we can keep this going for 4 more ends. Also had to move the target because these 500 grain arrows penetrate too well. And two. And 2 is looking much better than the first one. That's 2 X's and a 10. And 3. All right, 2 X's and an 8. I gotta need to move my target just a little bit more, but that one is definitely an X. 8, you can see the lighted knock still. All right, got a little too quick. I got a 8. You can't really see it, but it went through the paper again because it's off to the side. There's no foam back there. 9, 9. Still not shooting terrible for my first Vegas round since January. But I really got a hit in the yellow for it to stay in the foam. So let's do better on this last one. All right, this is our last end with the Z1S. 3 more arrows to go. Not shooting terrible. Like I said, it's my first round since probably January. I'm not even sure that we shot in January. It might have been just December, but either way, before I got sweaty, I wanted to show you this shirt from a good buddy of mine, Swamp Dog Outfitters. Show you the front and the back. I got the front with the pocket tee here. The guy who owns it, his name is Jack. He is a great human being, a great man of faith. He runs this company and he has multiple ministries. One is the Greeting Call, which is a podcast. That's linked below. And then also the Swamp Dog Outfitters, which is his clothing brand that he does on the side. It's a faith-based clothing brand. Also linked in the description. If you want to support that kind of content, go down below, check out his website and buy something. Great dude, great ministry, and I just can't say enough about Jack and the Swamp Dog Outfitters. So go check it out. Let's shoot this last end. That also gave me a second to take a break. So. All right, a 10, 10, 9 to end us out. All right, we took a quick caffeine and sweat break. We're back with the Alpha X. We got 5 ends to do with this, 20 yards. The main difference between this and the Z1S, much lighter arrow. So this is I want to say it's like it's either 350 or 360 grain arrow. And the poundage is very similar. With this bow, I can get out to like 125, 130 yards. A little less than double the range with this because the arrow is so much lighter. So we'll see how that plays into shooting a Vegas round. It shouldn't, because it's really just point on shooting. But we'll just see how they stack up. Very noticeable difference in the way it's holding. This one wants to, I think it's got a smaller pin, so it looks like it's moving more, which took a second for me to figure out, but we should be able to dial this in also. I'd say there's an advantage for the Z1S going first because I'm not tired, but I'm also challenged by using this as more holes open up in the paper, distracting from the middle. So I think it's still a pretty fair comparison. Check out the first 10. I'm continuing to struggle with this first target. It's partly because this big hole is opening up and it's really distracting, but the arrow went through and I can't really tell where it hit. So to be fair, I'm going to call it the lower score, which I believe is an 8. It could have been on the 9 side, and maybe in slow motion you'll be able to tell, but we're going to call it an 8 for sake of moving on and getting this shot today. And we got 2 10s. That one did not quite squeeze the X. So 2 10s and an 8, first end. Ooh. On that first target, that hole is super distracting. Let's get it together and make a good shot. It was a good letdown. Two 9s and an 8. 2 more ends here. Broke pretty quick. 10 9 9 on end 3 with the Alpha X. I don't think I need to say it, but I think it's pretty clear I'm not a competitive archer. I do enjoy doing competitive shooting though, because 1, it makes my shooting better in a hunting scenario, and 2, I like to see that I'm either improving or staying the same, you know, throughout the year, and then year to year, whether I'm getting better or just staying the same. So I appreciate you guys who follow along consistently, who subscribe. I'm just trying to get better at archery, and mostly get better archery so that I can be a better hunter, because that's what I'm truly passionate about. But I appreciate you guys who are subscribed. If you will, and you aren't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe, leave a comment below, and just follow along as we journey. We got some exciting hunts coming up this year, and I think we have some good potential to grow. So, all right, I can tell I'm getting a little tired. We only got 2 more ends to go, 6 arrows. We can shoot these 6 arrows good and then be done. It's getting hot, I'm getting sweaty, and I need more caffeine for sure, but I don't want to be jittery. I threw that high. Be lucky if I save a 9 on that. It's probably an 8 straight left, or up and down, straight up. 2 10s. I can't give myself an X on either of them, and a liner there. Let's see what you would call it. Can't get any closer than that. I think it's touching the line, so I'm gonna give myself a 9. It's not like I'm shooting for money or anything, so give myself the benefit of the doubt since it's super close. So we'll call it two 10s and a 9. All right, last end. Before I shoot this end and score up the half rounds, who do you think won this competition? Comment below whether it was the Alpha X or Z1S. And out of the 2 bows, which one would you prefer? Which one's visually more attractive, and or which one would you rather shoot? Let's shoot this last round real quick and get this tallied up. All right, that was my last shot with the Alpha X. Z1S 15 shots, Alpha X 15 shots to make 1 Vegas round. Let's go get the difference, and then we'll get the total score just so that we can see where that's at. Midsummer, it was good to practice, you know, staring at the middle and making the release go off appropriately. Hopefully that translates into some better 3D shooting as well. Next competition, we're doing the Alpha X versus Z1S, or Alpha X versus Z1S ASA round. We're gonna do known 50. Curious to see how a 500 grain versus 360 grain arrow does, and just see which bow shoots better for an ASA style. So let's go get this totaled up, and I'll be right back. What a way to end it. That is triple X, baby. That is a awesome way to end the round. Honestly, I was thinking the Alpha X wasn't doing as well as the Z1S, but that was a phenomenal round. I just was feeling pretty loose and feeling like I was making some good shots. So let's go total this up. I think it's going to be really close, and I might have shot a halfway decent bow hunter round. So let's go run inside and score this up. All right, if I did the math right, I'll double check it real quick with the calculator. I shot a 131 with the Z1S and a 139 with the Alpha X for a total of a 270, which for me isn't terrible. I think like a 283 or 87 is my best. I've never been in the 290s. 270 with hunting bows, first time shooting this year. I'm not all that unhappy. Alpha X squeezed it out by 8 points with the triple X at the end, kind of saving the day. But all in all, both bows shot pretty well. I like to see that most of the groups are here, and I only had 1 7 total all day. I had a couple 8s, which kind of lowered our score a bit, but otherwise we shot pretty good. That's the Alpha X versus Z1S Vegas round. Next up, we're going to do an ASA round. Look forward to that video shortly. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you. Bye.